Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We'll get chatting here before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Deliver our free sports service for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. To deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Here is a look at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us, Damian Sosh with us. We got Alex Smart, Rod Zawacky, clean shaven, Tony Brown, and Kirk Stuart. Wayne Scott also will sign in a little later on. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. Smart, Stewart, Sosh, Brown, Scott, Zawacky. Then I will close this one out. All right, we lost another game off the rotation. No hockey here till later. Actually, we're about maybe 3 months away, 3.5 months away from the next start of the next of 24-25. All right, tonight, baseball on the board. Got the money game from the WNBA. We have a pick from it. Of course, our capper was a late scratch. Just couldn't, I don't want to get too much of the graphic detail that he gave us on his reason. But anyway, let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Alex Smart. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Ready to roll here with baseball today on the menu. What's going on, Alex?
How you doing, Tony? You know what? I just want to start this off with grab some futures bets on the Edmonton Oilers for next year. That team is going to be hard to beat if they're healthy. And now we'll get to some Major League Baseball because that's what it's all about here for the next couple of months. Major League Baseball, some WNBA, possibly some CFL. But tonight I'm looking at that Reds-Pirates game, and, the Reds took a 11-5 victory in last night's series opener. And they took care of things pretty easily, obviously, by that score, and you didn't have to lay that much lumber with them either. Somewhere between 130 and 140 last night at various books. Now today we have right-hander Mitch Keller and the Reds. They also send out fellow right-hander Hunter Green. Both have done fairly well this year. Keller's done better at home than he's done on the road, and that's what I'm looking at here also. It must be noted that Keller, when he's been on the mound, his team has won 14 of 19 games on the money line against a National League team with a team batting average of .255 or worse over the last couple seasons. And Green, over a longer period of time, 3 seasons, is 19-39. That's a team record against the money line versus teams whose hitters strike out 7 or more times a game, which the Reds do. And so here we're in a situation where I'm looking at the home team very strongly here. The line has moved as the day has gone on also. That will tell you some sharp money's also entered the fray here. It's interesting to note also, again, I always like to use the word interesting because we can't use these trends as a verifiable reason for backing any team. But it is interesting to note, like I said, the favorite when 2 subpar teams that are under 500 play each other this year in Major League Baseball, it's 162 and 110. That's a 60% winning average, taking the home team. So also Tom Hanahan, who's the home plate umpire, he's a 61% homer. So, home teams seem to do well when he's behind the plate. He's there tonight. Major League Baseball home teams, when the money line is plus 125 to minus 125, Cincinnati, with a starting pitcher whose winning percentage is better than 70%, with a hot bullpen behind, whose whip is under 1.200. The last 10 games are 30-10. Last 5 seasons for a 75% conversion rate. Lots of numbers here tonight, but the bottom line is I just like Cincinnati at home tonight to continue what they did last night, and that is run over Pittsburgh. Pirates.
There we go. We got Alex here on the Reds laying the number here against the Pittsburgh Pirates. One thing also noting here, the Reds have pretty much pounded teams with bad bullpens the last 2 seasons, plus 21-year return with bullpens of 4.20 ERA or higher. So there's a lot there looking on the Red side, Alex. And also, too, just looking at current form, this Pirates team just struggling hitting the baseball.
Yeah, and I had some friends, serious Major League bettors that actually took Pittsburgh to win the Central this season. So, unless things change for them. But, there are streaks during the season. And right now, I don't know if momentum is a key factor in betting Major League Baseball. But, it's hard to go against long winning streaks, long losing streaks, etc. But I don't know if that's a a mitigating factor on a regular basis. So, I'll just say this: Pittsburgh might come back, but I just don't think they're going to do it tonight. And I like Cincinnati.
All right, Alex, here on the Reds here, minus 123 here against the Pirates. This one tonight here, 7:10 Eastern time. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we've got a single from the WNBA. It is the money game, as we like to talk about here. Also action here from baseball, a 15-game card. What do you have going over the site?
Tonight, we've got 3 Major League Baseball selections. We've got 1 total, 1 run line, and 1 money line, all offering value. So let's get on board. Let's make some money. And I had a little letdown this week with my Major League Baseball. It's been very streaky for me so far. So let's hope we start another streak and move upwards and continue to add to our bankrolls. It's been a good overall season, but lots of units here during the summer so far. But always as the year goes on, I seem to get better. So please be patient. We'll rock and roll, and we'll make some money for everybody that joins me. And of course, we've got the NFL just around the corner. Man, I've seen some previews of it already. So let's see how that goes. And next month, I'm going to spend my whole month messing around with projections, futures bets, the whole thing. So we'll see how it goes.
See how it rolls, guys. Got on board with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, to see the great results from Alex here for the year, no better time than now to get on board with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs. And of course, a long-term pass is the way to go. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off any of his premium pick packages. Remember that 1-month pass. It's a pretty good value right now, getting all of Alex's premium plays here for the 30 days. And of course, that promo code will save you quite a bit of money there when you use it there. 15% off. All right, Alex, is always great having you here on the show. To that great success that you're rolling here, and we'll catch up with you again later in the week.
You too, Tony. Take care. Bye-bye.
You as well. Alex Smart here on the drive-thru. I will continue here on the show. Just a second, guys. So, remind you here of our chat pick of the day. Tonight is going to be, as we go to baseball, it will be the Blue Jays and Red Sox tonight. If you like the Blue Jays, it's letter A. For the Red Sox, letter B. C for the over, D for the under. It's the chat pick of the day, so keep these picks coming in. I think the Cardinals were the victorious ones. Let's see here. We can continue the winning here with the chat pick of the day. So keep these picks coming in, and we'll recap them here already right off the bat. A couple here on the Red Sox. 3 on the Red Sox. April, Fong, and Ray coming in here with the Red Sox, all ready to start the show. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next, go ahead and welcome in Kirk Stuart. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're going to get some prop plays here from Kirk here. Draft picks here. Let's bring him in here. Get ready to go in just a second. Here's Kirk. Kirk, what's happening?
Not much. How are we doing today?
Doing great. All right, here we go. We're going to be looking here at the draft.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I mean, it's one of my favorite days of the year in terms of betting. There's so much value, especially if you follow it early on in the year. I got Reese Sachet at plus 300 pretty much end of May. Now he's minus 280, so that was a pretty good value bet I got in there. But I'm looking at Rob Dillingham today at under or over 11.5 draft position. I just don't like what I'm hearing from all the scouts that I've been reading from the teams he's worked out with. They say he's even smaller than he was during college season, which was about 2 months ago. He's already a small guy, not very tall. So I see guys like Devin Carter, even Toppich, even though he might be out for the whole year, he should definitely get drafted over Dillingham. There's not a lot of good guards in the top of this draft, so a lot of forward centers going early. I'd say the only place I could see him going inside the top 11 is to Memphis at 9. I know that with John Morant saga kind of being a little all over the place, he could go there, but Cody Williams or Dalton Knecht should still be available at that spot, and I don't see them going with Dillingham here, as they probably want a piece that they can use for a win now type of thing. So I'm going with Dillingham over 11.5. I really don't think he goes top 11.
No way for top 11, says Kirk here. Of course, teams projected here to look at guards here in the first 11. The Bulls projected to look at a guard, maybe looking at Carter. Another projection here, Utah Jazz, to look at that point guard position Another player here, actually some mocks have him going to the Spurs there at that point guard position. So you've got a few holes here. Also, the Spurs having the 4th pick as well, so they may be looking at guards. Of course, Houston Rockets looking at guards, but I don't think he'll go that. He won't be near the top of the draft order there, but it's got to be right there around the middle. There, those teams. The Spurs with 2 picks in the first round. You look at them going with point guards.
I think the Spurs get, if the top 3 are Risa Shea, Sarr, and Reed Shepherd, I think the Spurs, they're going to go with Castle at number 4. I think they're pretty locked in with that. I know they also worked out Devin Carter at number 4, but I think that's way too early for him as well. I think if the Spurs do get a guard, I think they look either to Cody Williams or Tidouan Salon from France. I don't know how to say that name, but he's moving up the draft board for number 8 a lot. I wonder if Wemby has a say in who they want at number 8 because it's one of his French pals. So I don't see him going to San Antonio unless somehow the top 5 really gets shaken up. And Utah, I know they like Topic a lot. They already have Keontae George, so they're not ready to contend this year. So maybe they can wait a year for Topic, as he was projected top 5 before that ACL injury or Achilles, whatever it was.
There we go. And I'm kind of looking at some of the mock drafts, and it was interesting to note here, of course, Zach Edey is projected to go 15th to the Miami Heat. Boy, you got some size and power. Not a whole lot of speed. Of course, Miami plays. It probably makes sense because when you look at some of the slowest paced teams in the league, that's the Miami Heat. Maybe that would be a fit if he goes in the first.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the best fits for him. I mean, put him on Indiana, he runs out of gas in 2 minutes or something. So definitely needs to go to a slower paced team. Miami's a good fit. I'm trying to think of who else. But, yeah, I know Miami likes him at that 15 spot. So I see him going in between 15 and 20.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of this. De Silva is projected to go to the Lakers, the Colorado player. I thought he was pretty good there with the Buffs. What's your thoughts there with De Silva?
Yeah, what did the Lakers have? They have
17
or something?
and 55th, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that they like him at that spot. I think it's a pretty good pick. I also really, really like Terrence Shannon at plus money to go 23rd or 24th overall. I know that a lot of teams, especially now with his case kind of being resolved, they're looking for a guy that can really score. And I forget who drafts 23rd. Yeah, Milwaukee and New York, they're looking for guys off the bench that can really help and give these guys some help off the bench. So I threw some tickets on Terrence Shannon to go 23rd and 24th. It's plus like 1,200 and plus 800. I got to see Shannon live this year, and he's a great player. I mean, gives me a little bit vibes of like a Russell Westbrook, kind of all over the place at some points, but he's a guy that can really go out there and score.
Looking at the slower paced teams, this is really, if you're looking for Edey watch, these are the teams that probably would be within the Edey. Looking for someone, Edey would probably help them. And this interesting, these teams here, there are 5 teams. We'll look at the 5 slowest paced teams. The Knicks averaging about 96 possessions per 100. We're about 95, about 96. About 97 were the Heat. The Bulls at 97. Orlando just a little bit more than 97. The Nuggets at 97.5 possessions per 48 possessions. And then Denver and then Brooklyn. Those teams were at the slowest pace in the league this year.
Yeah, I could see the Magic going after him. I don't see the Bulls really going after him. I mean, who knows what they're doing after that Josh Giddey trade, not getting any draft capital out of that. So I don't know what the Bulls are doing. They'll probably get rid of LaVine or DeRozan if I had to guess. The Magic, I know Wendell Carter is a restricted or unrestricted free agent, so he might walk. Edey would be a decent fit, but still the best fit I see here is Miami. And you could play him at the 5. You could play Bam at the 5. So it's kind of Edey when you need him. And, I mean, they're already established. Rozier should be healthy. Butler should be healthy. So Edey could be a good piece for them to contend now.
You know, and that's the thing there is that they'll find a way with the coaching staff to develop them.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. So interesting to see how, because Edey would definitely fit in a slow pace those are the teams there. Probably, if you're kind of eyeballing him, may be the way to roll. All right, there we go with Dillingham over 11.5 in the draft position coming up here on the draft this week. All right, Kirk, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, a lot of baseball here. We also have the money game from the WNBA as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dog Premium?
Yeah, so I actually got a 5-pack for the NBA draft tomorrow just because I want you guys to get the lines that I get them at. There's going to be a lot of movement, so I put this package up earlier today. Lines have already started to move, but I think this might be the first ever picked NBA draft pack. Make sure to check that out. I got 5 picks in it. I got some MLB right up as well. Laying off the WNBA. I think this is a really, really tough game also. MLB, and then I got a draft package tomorrow.
That's right, guys. Got to go with Kirk Stuart over at Pick Dogs Premium. Long-term pass, the way to go. You know, like you try him off with that 7-day pass. A lot of draft props in there for you guys. And, of course, all the MLB in there for the week. WNBA for the week. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off. All right, Kirk, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great evening. Of course, we can always catch our video series up here on Pick Dogs as well.
So my MLB Euro videos with on the place now.
That's right, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, set notifications so when Kirk drops these videos, you get them right away. All right, Kirk, have a great rest of the week. We'll catch up with you later.
Thank you, too.
You got Kirk Stuart here on the drive, too. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Chat pick of the day. It's a runaway so far. It's been all Red Sox here. We got 8 on the Red Sox, 1 to the under. If you like the Blue Jays, it's A, B for the Red Sox, C for the over, D for the under. Chat pick of the day, and it's a lot of Red Sox love here. We finally got Mr. Moneybags. We got our first Blue Jays, thanks to Mr. Moneybags. So keep these chat picks coming in. All right, let's continue here on the show. Up next will be Damian Sosh. You can catch him over at Pick.Spring. Bring him in right now, ready for some baseball coverage here today. As we'll get him in here today, and we'll be looking with Damian. We'll be looking at the Braves game tonight. The Braves and those Cardinals. So let's get him in right now. Damian, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How we doing tonight?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Braves and Cardinals head-to-head. Braves $1.19, total of 8.5.
Yeah, Braves Cardinals here tonight. Both these teams are playing actually very, very good baseball right now. Both are 7-3 in their last 10 games. The Cardinals, after a really kind of slow start to the season, they've moved themselves to 3 games over 500. They're in second place in the NL Central. And the Braves, in spite of the injuries that they had sustained to such key players this year, they still managed to be 10 games over 500. Now, in this first game yesterday, the Cardinals beat the Braves, score of 4-3. But I'm liking the Braves here in this one to get some revenge behind the arm of Ronaldo Lopez. Lopez has been just sensational on the season. 5-2 record. He leads Major League Baseball with an ERA of 1.57. He's given up just 2 total runs over his last 3 starts. And when you look at his home road splits, he's just as effective whether he's pitching at home or on the road. In his 6 road starts this year, his ERA is just 2.14. He's going to be opposed by Kyle Gibson, to the Cardinals are sending out tonight. He's pitched pretty well this year himself, a 5-2 record, a 3.44 ERA. However, though, if you take a closer look here at Gibson, he has an expected ERA of 4.82. And with his home road splits at home, opponents are hitting 279 against him in his 7 home starts, and his ERA jumps up to 4.28. I do know the Cardinals are hitting the ball pretty well right now, but I think Lopez has what it takes to keep them off the scoreboard tonight, and I'm going to go with the Braves here to get some revenge from yesterday.
Looking for the bounce back here with the Braves here. Pretty respectable price considering the Braves' form. They have shown some life of late, and you're getting them with the hot pitcher on the mound and a really good bullpen as well on the road.
Yeah, absolutely, Tony. Like I mentioned, Lopez's splits are fantastic on the road, and that bullpen is really, really good as well. Yesterday, I think the Braves, they were right there. They had plenty of opportunities. I was happy, though, because I was on St. Louis last night. But the Braves had every opportunity to win that game late. And I think they come through tonight. And also, just to mention, I know Matt Olson has really struggled this season. He's really slumping right now. I believe he's 10 for 24 against Gibson in his career to go along with 4 home runs. So maybe this is a game where you kind of bust out of that slump and really get him going as well.
All right, Damon will be on the Braves here, minus 117 here against the Cardinals tonight here, 7:45 Eastern time. All right, Damon, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Print for tonight's action. We've got a single from the W, also 15-game card here from Major League Baseball. You can see Damon enjoying really good results over the last 30 days, 389 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dog Print. What do you have gone on over at the site?
Yeah, tonight I have 3 Major League Baseball games over on the site. You can get them all together in my Major League Baseball triple play. My X Factor is for sale for just $19. And I also have a play on the WNBA. I started to start capping the WNBA. We're off to a very nice start, and we have a play on tonight's Commissioner's Cup. So head on over there, guys. Join up, sign yourself up for a long-term plan. We'll make some money together.
That's right, guys. Got more with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dog Print. See the great results from Damon. Get on board this place. Remember, the one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase will be credited back to your account for site credits. That is credit guaranteed. Not so the long-term passes, because they're sold at such a discount. You guys like that 7-day pass early in the week. Get on Damon's place for that 7-day period, and use the promo code PICK at checkout to save 15% off. All right, Damon, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. Have a great night.
You as well. Damian Sosh here on the Drive Thru. We'll continue here on the show. Guys, we'll keep an eye on that chat pick of the day. It's all one-way action here on the Red Sox. If you like the Braves, if you like the Blue Jays, it's letter A. You can join Mr. Moneybags, who actually goes on record, says he likes the reverse run line on the Blue Jays even better. So that's from our man, Mr. Moneybags, who so far was the only one on the Blue Jays tonight, because we have 8 folks in the chat on the side of the Red Sox. Make that 9 as David Kleiner comes in here with the Red Sox. So keep them coming, guys, and we will recap at the end of the show. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru, as we're going to be ready to bring in our man Tony Brown out to a steamy hotline. It's hot out here. Could just imagine what it's like in Vegas. Tony Brown, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, we'll get some more baseball coverage here from Tony Brown. And I think we're set to roll here. Probably happy to see that the Aces are back in championship form, the way they've been playing on the court. Tony Brown, what's happening? Uh-oh, what happened to Tony Brown? I guess Tony is out. We'll get him. Well, I hear some sound in the background, but I don't hear any feet moving. So Tony Brown may be a little late to the party. Let's see if Wayne is signed in yet, because he would be the next one to come in here. Let's see here. Wayne was supposed to sign in right after Kirk signed out, so we're still waiting for Wayne to sign in. So let's see, that leaves us here with Tony Brown, Wayne. I guess we're going to move Rod Zawacky. We'll jump the ship. I hope Rod's ready to roll. So they catch him over at Pick Dog Spring. We'll bring Rod in right now, as we'll get coverage here from baseball. We'll bring him in here in just a second. See Rod Zawacky here. Let's see. Hang on 1 second. Let's see, we can get Rod in here in just one. See if Rod is ready to roll here. 1 minute here. Rod Zawacky, you there? There he is.
I'm here.
Here. He's here. They didn't recognize you for a second. Didn't recognize there. You know, before we get to the game? Yeah, it was a good run by the Oilers. It was one of those one goal games, nick and tuck, heart checking defensive style game, and like we talked before the game, it's just these games always seem to end with that puck on the boards, right? And a scrum.
Always scrumming the boards, trying to get it out and trying to get that last shot on net to try to tie it up. And it's not like the Oilers didn't have their chances. Bush dinged one right off the post. We had definitely some chances out front. Roski made the saves, and give it to Florida. They definitely outworked us on the boards. It just seemed they had a little more gas left in the tank for Game 7, as they definitely worked the Oilers. But that close, just think down 0-3 to come filing back. You got to look way back into November, when the Oilers were 31st in the NHL, dead last at one point after losing to the Sharks. Remember that? Losing to the Sharks. And it was just like, oh no, what's going to happen? Yeah, instant firing of the coach, and big turnover, and then came roaring all the way back. It was a good season, not the way they wanted to finish it. And definitely seen a lot about McDavid and the Conn Smythe Trophy not coming out to get it. But you know what? He didn't ditch that after interview either. So give him credit. He was getting booed. Why would you want to come out into the hostile environment? That's not the cup you want.
No,
It's just one of
no.
those.
I
It's
don't
one of
blame
those
him.
side pieces. I forgive him for not coming out because
I
he
don't
didn't
either.
dish the after game interview. He definitely showed up and
Well,
gave the interview.
I just basically felt like, hey, you know what? we didn't win the cup. Why should I be MVP? You know.
Well, yeah, exactly, right? He's like, that's not what I want. That's not. I wasn't the finish we wanted. It's nothing about taking the hardware, but that's not what you come out for. It was only the sixth guy that was on the losing team to win the Conn Smythe Trophy. So you show how many times that actually happens. He had a good run. It was
one of those. It was one of those crazy series when it will happen, right? When the winning team goes up 3-0, then loses 3 in a row, and then that's kind of a weird way.
And Game 7 was all it chalked up to be. We've seen hitting. We've seen the rest. I'm going to say that we've seen some people go with, they should have called that penalty. Well, we should have called some penalties on both sides. I'm going to say it was pretty fair on the a lot of non-calls on both sides of the ice because it was a pretty good Hyman trip that didn't get called. It was a pretty good trip on the other side as well. So I think it all evened out. I don't think it was
in a 2-1 game, the over 1.5 first period, Keeman. Who would have thought that?
Right. We came out 1-1 and we got some scoring and then just slowed right down.
It was just a tight game. I mean, you could just feel the tension. You know, that's really what happens if you'd expect in a Game 7, right? They came out and then before, this is the Game 7. It got right? That 5, we saw that number come from 5.5 to 5. The 5 with the sharpest book in the world. But that, again, the Game 7s, this one happened to go under in 7. But again, like I said, we're about 3 months away from training camp. I know the emails already come in from the teams to me.
Like I said, September 21st was the first preseason game
Oh,
I see
goodness.
for Oilers on the schedule. So it's less than 3 months away. So you got to get at least
2
a couple
months.
weeks of preseason in there. So I'm gonna say about 2 months.
2 months.
Literally, the draft is coming up this weekend for the NHL as well, not just the NBA rolling. It's draft day in the NHL. So we've already seen the trades start to happen in the NHL for next season. Guys going all over the place. Look at Ottawa picked up themselves a nice goalie. Allmark going from Boston to Ottawa. Weird time to drop that you're picking that Allmark's going to Ottawa half an hour before the puck drop of Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Ottawa Senators dropped it. I think that was leaked. I don't think they meant to plan that to come out 30 minutes before. I think somebody had already figured it out, and they're like, we better get this out here before somebody else over here spills the beans.
That's right. All right, here we go with Ron's pick here will be between the Rockies and the Astros going head-to-head here. We see the Astros favorite here, 262, the total coming at 8.
Yeah, and you look at this one, game 1 between these two teams. Not this season. They played a couple in Colorado already, and we see some high-scoring ones in Colorado with Austin Gomber on the mound in that one. So Houston seeing Austin Gomber, not their first time facing him. And in that meeting, Austin Gomber gave up a few. Went a solid, deep amount of innings in Colorado. Went 6.2 innings. Gave up 5 hits, 4 earned runs, gave up a couple bombs, as Austin Gomber does. He loves to give up the home run ball, and usually sometimes walking a guy or two on the base, it definitely adds to some runs for Austin Gomber on the mound, which is what we want, because I'm looking at this a different way. And then you look Hunter Brown on the mound. He's actually, his last few starts, Hunter Brown's definitely started to come back into form for what he was to start the season. It wasn't so good, but you look at his last few starts, he has been good. He's went 6 innings, giving up no runs, 7 innings, no runs. His last time out against the White Sox, gave up 7 hits, and that only equated to 1 run. Did give up 1 home run in that start, but I think this start, the way this Rockies team has been hitting, I think they can get to Hunter Brown. You look over their last 10 games, and they've been mashing the ball, hitting .291, which equates to about 6.6 runs per 9 innings. And the way Astros have been hitting lefties, you look over the last 5, they've been hitting .279 versus lefties. So I think we see some runs early and often in this one, Tony. So I'm going to go with the over for 5. Actually, over 4.5. It's come down to 4.5. I seen it at 5 earlier when I bet it. So You get a better number now. I think we easily get 5 runs by the end of the 5th. I think the over between these two.
All right, Rod Zawacky here on the over 4.5 runs, first 5 Rockies and Astros. I've been noticing it with this Rockies team. You know, when you go back looking throughout the years on the road, the Rockies is a team that usually you see in that 2.9, 2.8 runs per game. This year, they're almost a run better than that on the road, put up nearly 4 runs a game on the road this year.
Yeah, and that's themselves putting up 4 runs a game this season on the road. So I like to see what we're seeing, and then their offense has been hitting, and they've been able to hit righties at 290 over the last 10. So on the road here in this one, offense production has been up. They're not as bad as what they have been over the last few seasons on the road. Have been the Rockies. Usually, it's just it was automatic. You seen the Rockies on the road, and it was like, nah, not touching those. That's it. Fade the Rockies on the road. Kind of like the plus 1.5 here as well, but take the overs to play in the first 5. Love it.
Rod here on the over 4.5 runs, the first 5 here tonight between Rockies and the Astros. Rod, so let's keep an eye on the opener here on the CFL. We have some time today. Elks and Lions open up here. This is your Thursday game. Again, they're doing it again this week. They're spacing them out. 1 game Thursday through Sunday. Elks and Lions looks like the BC is open 7.5, total 53.5.
Yeah, and you look at this Elks team. They haven't been winning games, but they've definitely been battling, keeping them close. A couple backdoor covers for the Elks in their last 2 games. And you look here, taking on the Lions. The Elks 5-1 ATS their last 6 on Thursday. They like to face the Lions as well. They got to end this streak. The Elks 0-7 ATS their last 7 meetings versus BC. I know BC's been a solid team, but I like the Elks here plus the touchdown and a half. I think they can keep it within a touchdown. Give me the Elks plus the points there.
Friday night game, Alouettes and Argos. We got the Alouettes 3 on the road, total 51.
Yeah, and you look at this one. Montreal, for real, they've started very well this season. 2-1 ATS and looking like the champs. So for me on that one, you only got to lay 3 with the champs. Yeah, give me Montreal in that one over Toronto. I know Toronto might be looking for a little bit of revenge for Montreal beating them in the Eastern Final there, but I think Montreal continues to roll. Give me Montreal.
Blue Bombers and Stampeders. Blue Bombers on the road, 3.5, total 47.5. Hey, is Tua's little brother Talia, is he going to be ready yet, or what's the plan with him?
I haven't heard any news on what they're going to do with him, but it might be if things don't improve. Winnipeg's looking awful this year, but Calgary, I think they've got to make some changes here because this is laying 3.5 though on the road with Winnipeg. I don't know if I do it. Winnipeg's looked awful to start the season. Laying any points with Winnipeg, definitely not where you want to be. They're 0-4 ATS their last 4 as well. This is just off a bye week for the Bombers, so they should be rested and ready for this one. But it's coming into McMahon. The Stampeders are 15-5-1 ATS in the last 21 following an ATS loss. 5-2 ATS their last 7 at home. I like Calgary plus the points there in that one.
Your Sunday night primetime game, Tiger Cats at Red Blacks. We see in this one, Ottawa favored 1.5. I'm seeing some pick-ems. This one's all around the board here. Total sits about 51.5.
Yeah, because we've seen the injury for Ottawa in their what they put up in their last game, and it wasn't pretty. They got whooped. Woo. Montreal definitely handed it to them in that one. But you look, Hamilton isn't much better. They got whooped by Saskatchewan. Still no wins for Hamilton. Both these teams probably definitely going to be bottom in the CFL this year. I would take the under. I think we don't see a whole lot of scoring. I think we see a lot of running of the ball here, and both defenses step up, and offenses, not a lot of offense in this one. Give me the under.
All right, there's your opening line here, CFL from Rod on the show tonight. He's going here with the Rockies Astros over 4.5 runs, first 5. All right, let's take a look over at Pick.com for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we've got baseball, 15-game card. We got the money game from the WNBA. What do you have going over at Pick.com Premium?
And over at Pick.com Premium tonight, I've got an MLB birdcage, nice little triple there, and that includes my $19 MLB home run play, which you can pick up singly or scoop it up in that MLB birdcage package. And I also have one WNBA, the Commissioner's Cup. I've got your side winner in that one. Who's going to win the big money game? We've seen. I love this money game tonight. I just think this is one of those spots that love that play. Scoop it up, $19 Commissioner Cup winner. We would have got a nice pick on it, but somebody felt ill.
Oh, no. There we go, guys. Get on board with Rod. They got remember the one-day passes are credit guareteed. They must turn a profit of the amount purchased will be credited back to your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee, or the long-term pass. You make the choice there with Rod. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely have yourself a good one, everybody. Quick little bonus. You know what? We're going to go with Mauricio Dubon of Houston. He's he loves to hit Austin Gomber. He's bashing Austin Gomber. In 10 at-bats, he's got 4 RBIs versus Austin Gomber. And you look the way that he's been going, I think he gets an RBI for us tonight. Take Mauricio Dubon of Houston. Gets an RBI. He's got 27 on the season, and he loves hitting Austin Gomber. And there's a bunch of guys before him that love to hit Austin Gomber, and I think they're on the base, and he gets one. So take Mauricio to get the RBI.
RBI from Rod. All right, Rod, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
You as well, Tony. Have yourself a good one, Pick Dogs fan. Catch you guys tomorrow.
Got it. Rod Zawacky here on the drive. Let's continue here on the show. We got Tony Brown and Wayne logged in, so we'll get to them in just a second. Keep an eye on chat. Pick a day, Blue Jays and Red Sox. Right now, it is all Red Sox 10-1. We do have one to the under. Keep these picks coming in. It's the chat pick of the day. Now we got another one here coming in on. Looks like we got. Let's see. We did count that one already. I just want to make sure we have them. Yep, we've got them all up to date now. 10-1 on the Red Sox runaway. Okay, Tony Brown's up next. Catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We're going to go into baseball coverage here with Tony. Tony Brown, what's happening?
What's going on out there, Tony?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go tonight. Mariners and Rays head-to-head here. We see the Mariners $1.24 on the road, total 7.5.
Yeah, this is a good spot for the Rays, and especially with the underdog money. If it would have been more of a pick-em or something like that, I don't know, I may have stay away, but getting the Rays as a dog at home, it's too good to pass up, so we won't. It's literally a tale of two teams going in separate directions. Like, literally, not just because I said it, I'm talking about on paper. Mariners are 1-5 in their last 6 games, while the Rays are 5-1 in their last 6 games. The Mariners coming in this off of back-to-back losses, and the Rays coming to this game off of back-to-back wins. So if you have two teams that are total opposites right now in the season, these would be the two. And so I'm not sure why the Mariners are favorite on the road, especially because the Rays recently have dominated this series. They won 5 out of the last 6 versus Seattle, and they won 6 out of the last 7 versus Seattle on this field, including game 1 of this series. So, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Look for the Rays to keep on winning versus Seattle at home and getting plus money to do it. Too good to pass up, so we won't.
Yeah, I can't argue that one. You know, anytime you see the Mariners favored, I'm always scared because those bats are just so. And it's been like that for years with the Seattle team. It's just hitting that baseball.
You know, and it's just so crazy coming from, you know, a team that Ichiro and Ken Griffey Jr. played on to see Seattle struggle like this at the plate, especially since they backed the bank up and gave all the money to Rodriguez. And, you know, sometimes that big contract is a curse because after he got paid, I think his batting average split in half. Like, you know, he hasn't produced at all. So, yeah, I'm not sure why they're favorite. They struggle here. They struggle against the Rays, period, and they're struggling coming into this game. So, taking the struggling team on the road, it's not very, you know, it doesn't make much money.
Yeah, it's just, you know, people looking at Castillo. Oh, wait, Castillo's got great numbers. And by the way, so did Crochet the other night, right? We talked about that yesterday with Crochet. What? You know, you saw the line in that Dodger game yesterday, right? It was just so low, right? I mean, it's just like Crochet's not going 9 innings. And I said to Brian Dillon, I said, this is going to be 0-0 after 6 innings. And guess what happened? It was 0-0 after 6 innings.
Yeah, that line scared me so bad, it's a shame. Like, you know what I mean? That was one of those ones where you can really make some money, really help yourself out a lot. But I was just like, I'm saying that because I'm a Dodger fan, and this is a trap line. They're putting this low so everybody jumps on the Dodgers. Like, why would the Dodgers be minus 120 against the worst team in baseball? Like, that didn't make any sense. Even with the pitching, the travel and stuff, you still put the Dodgers 180, 200, 175. 120 was like a gift, and you're supposed to never look a gift horse in the mouth, but I never really like pulling the trigger because I'm a fan. I always think the Dodgers are going to win, but I really wish I would have jumped on that one last night.
And there's an example, man. If people just handicapping the starting pitcher, They're not looking at the bullpen, not looking at the hitting. What happened? The minute they took Crochet out, they put the bullpen guy in the 7th inning, bang, bang, Dodgers got on the board like that. Didn't waste any time.
Right, like you said, even at a 0-0 game, say this guy pitches the gym and a no-hitter or whatever, Chicago's still the worst hitting team in the league. They're still the worst scoring team in the league, and they sit dead last in the standings. What are they going to do even if the pitcher holds the Dodgers' bats at bay? Can they produce runs to, produce the win? And it was a 3-0 shutout win for us.
Yeah, there we go here. Tony Brown here on the Rays at the plus price tonight against the Mariners. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Baseball on the board tonight, down to about 14-game card. We're getting some early action. Those 6 Eastern games starting to start. You see Tony Brown, a great year in Major League Baseball. We have the 14 remaining from baseball. We have the money game from the WNBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, I'm going to just kick back and get some popcorn and watch that WNBA game as a fan. But I do have 6 premium picks up on the site for you guys. Well, 3 of them are for sale with my MLB Tuesday triple play. That's my top 3 plays on the board, all 10-star rated, ready to go. And then I got 3 plays for my package subscribers. Just a little bonus. You can't buy these plays unless you buy a package. And if you do have the package, you're going to get all 6 games tonight.
That's right, guys. Got over with Tony Brown over at Pick Dog Premium. Great results here, as you see from baseball. 391 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dog Premium. Get on board with those premium plays. Get them all. If you want to get a 3-day pass, cover the plays today, tomorrow, the next day. Better than buying these plays individually. You save yourself a lot of money. And of course, Tony Brown, that 1-year all sports pass for your VIPs.
Yeah, paying per day, per play, per sport. That's really just to help the bookie get money at the end of the day. You're going in and out like that. Baseball is the only game in town right now. No NBA, no NHL. I mean, if you like WNBA, that's there too. But for the 4 majors, baseball is the only game in town. And paying per day, per play, and per sport, you don't have to do that any longer. You can get my 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, or full VIP 365-day pass and get every single play I release from every single sport all the way up until next year. So when football comes back, you'll have that. When basketball comes back, you'll have that again. All my playoff picks, all my World Series picks included, no upselling, for one low price with the VIP All Sports Year Pass.
That's right, guys. When you use the promo code PICK at checkout, save nearly $300 off that 1-year all sports pass. Because football's not too far away. Because when that happens, then here we go with college hoops, NBA, NHL all over again. So get on board and use that promo code. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having your show. Continue your success, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
As always appreciate being here, and thanks for having me. I'll see you guys on Thursday.
You got it. Tony Brown here on the Drive Thru. We'll continue here on the show. Up next will be Wayne Scott. Guys, we're going to keep a look at that chat pick. It is all one-way action here. Blue Jays and Red Sox. You guys are on the Red Sox tonight. It's 10 on the Red Sox, 1 on the Blue Jays. Matter of fact, Mr. Moneybag says he likes Blue Jays, but he likes them on the reverse run line there. And of course, we do have 1 to the under. So keep these picks coming in chat pick today. Okay, we're ready to roll here with Wayne Scott. More baseball coverage tonight. Catch him over at Pick Dog Premium. We'll bring him in right now. Ready to roll here on the diamond. Let's see. We get, of course, Wayne, the top unit producer in baseball at Pick Dogs. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? Dropped a few over the couple weeks, and Mitch is up there, but I'm still top 3. But I got to give a shout out to Mitch, under 50%, and plus about 3,000. Mitch has been rolling right now, but I'm definitely cooking back up myself on MLB.
Yep, looking at it. Indeed, that's right. Here we go tonight. We're going to look at this one, Angels and Athletics head-to-head here. With the Angels $1.15, we see the total coming 8.5.
Yeah, we got 2 pretty bad teams, and I'm going to continue to bank on that. 2 teams have been struggling with the bats. Athletics to look a little better batting team than the Angel, but this is a team. These are 2 teams that leave a lot of men on base, and when you leave a lot of men on base, we have 2 solid pitchers tonight. I have no choice but to look to the under. The numbers support the under. The pitchers, to me, support the under, and the bats support the under. So I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and simple. We're going to go with the under in that. We got Mike Spence, the right-handed pitcher, on the mound. He's had a few games where he's gotten rocked, but majority of the time he looks to give up about 2 to 3 runs. Against bad teams, he does look a little bit better. His best games have been in the road night starts. Tyler Anderson has been lights out. It's a guy we pick on sometimes, but as far as this season, this guy's been pretty rock solid, definitely in his home night splits as well. Tyler Anderson is a lefty. A's struggle against the lefties, batting 217 against the lefties and 192 when they're on the road. 300 in their last 5, but 225 in their last 10. I think against Tyler Anderson, he can work this Athletics lineup and get through them to this Angels bullpen, which isn't very good. On the other side of that, Athletics bullpen is solid. They'll have Mike Spence. They do have the shakier starting pitcher, but it doesn't really scare me because because the Angels haven't been hitting righties too strong. 226 on the season, 234 in their home games, and just 179, batting 179 in their last 5. So with all that being said, I'm gonna bank on the under in this one. I really love the under in this game.
All right, here we go. Wayne here. Athletics Angels under total here of 8.5. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Of course, baseball on the board. Wayne having a great baseball year amongst the leaders this year. Over 1,600 units of prop in baseball for the year documented. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I have my best bet still out there. My 3-pack started because I had an early 6:30 games. I have a long-term. I'm on this WNBA game. Only one game today. I love that play. Didn't put it out for a single sale. Just gave it to my long-term subscribers. So long-term is something you can always look into to help you save a couple bucks and get all the bets that I place. But my play of the day, hitting 2 in a row. Looking to hit 3, looking to go streaking. I love this play. Starts a little later, so you can go and grab a play of the day. That's the only thing I have for sale today, and looking forward to continuing to cash in this MLB slate. Huge card tonight. Let's get money, guys.
Yeah, money with Wayne Scott over at Pick.com. Great results in baseball. The long-term passes staring you right at you guys. 30-day pass covers a lot of baseball for the 30 days. WNBA as well. Promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. Continue your success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But, of course, we're always looking forward to those baseball videos. MLB boxing.
Boxing. You good. Estrada versus Bam. Like I said, that is an awesome fight. One of the lower weight class fights. So I know a lot of people don't pay attention to the weight classes under about 130. But if you're just a all fight fan, that fight is going to be amazing. Odds have dropped. You look forward for me to come on here and give you guys a great bet on that fight for this weekend.
Keep an eye, guys. Like, subscribe, set notifications, so when Wayne drops those fight picks, you get them right away. All right, Wayne, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, Tony T, appreciate you for having me as always, and good luck with all your bets out there, Picked Off fam.
Got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here, guys. Keep an eye on that chat pick a day. One-way action. We did get another person here on the Blue Jays. I believe it was J-Man. J-Man joining Mr. Moneybags on the Blue Jays, and everybody else, 10 more here on the Red Sox. 1 to the under. Chat pick today. Keep it up, guys. We're about ready to close it out in just a second. We'll get to the recap, then you'll see my pick in the recap, and then I'll tell you what I like, why I like it, because that's a later start. So let's go ahead and let's recap here as we go. We will get we have Shane did the WNBA pick. He was a late scratch, so we'll have that pick here during the recap. Here we go. We start with Alex on the Reds minus 123. Kirk was on Rod Dillingham over 11.5 draft position. Braves minus 117 for Damian. Tony Brown Rays plus 113. Wayne over here was on the Athletics Angels under 8. Rod was on Rockies Astros over 5.5. And I do have Shane's pick. Shane went with the Lynx Liberty under. Lynx Liberty under for Shane. And let's see where that one is right now here. Shane just sent me the pick. Under 164.5. That is the pick here from Shane in the money game between the Lynx and the Liberty. And of course, I'm coming here with the Brewers, and we'll tell you why here in just a second. Brewers and the Rangers here. We'll take the Brewers here, the Brewhouse here. They're at home here at minus the 105. Bryce Wilson will be the primary pitcher going here for the Brewers, who will be using an opener. But man, it's just, you stare at that Rangers bullpen on the road, an ERA of 6.5. Man, that is just tough for me to back the Rangers here at this short price, to be honest with you. The Brewers past 2 seasons, they've been a favorite here. That you could support. 40-17 when they're lined at even money to minus 150 the past 2 seasons. It's a plus 12 unit return. Team record behind Haney this year, 3-11 and 0-8 when he pitches on 5 to 6 days rest, which is pretty brutal there And of course, Texas over the past 17, just 217. So we'll look here at the Brewers -1 in -105. All right, guys. Over at Pick Dogs, got 5 premiums on the board today. Got a 3-pack up there. Got a best bet. Also a late start game, a late night game tonight, standalone. Or you can just go ahead and get on board with my long-term pass. I have a 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period select. When you go to my handicap page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. All right, let's close out this chat pick of the day for tonight. It looks like it's all one-way action here. The hot rod came in with letter A here. So we got one more here on the Blue Jays, but it's going to fall short tonight. And actually, we did get another one here from the Red Sox. Red Sox will be chat pick of the day. 11-3. 11-3 is the final number here. We did have one going to the under at chat pick of the day. Now it's time for you guys to go ahead. And if you would, post in your show picks if you would. All right, let's get to the lineup here in just a second. All right, we got you through the recap, and let's go ahead and let you know it's now time for you guys to go ahead and put in your show picks. That's going to do it for this edition of The Drive. So we'll be back again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dog Sports Chat place. They'll give the place for you here in real time. Remember, it always gets started with that morning show. We're live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And, of course, live on the mornings, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Of course, in the mornings, you got Jay, you got Mitch, you got Chris. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. His Betting Tool Show is roundtable discussion with professionals. Jay's working on a WNBA package for you as well in a video series. Lots of video series. Of course, our man Wayne with boxing. Kirk with his soccer predictions as well. Also, first 5 from Kirk. And we also have, Zawacky just concluded his hockey video series. But a Major League Baseball rundown from Ron Romanelli is also available here on the channel. All access, Big on McMorty, contrarian angles, sharp plays from our man Brian Bittler, and of course, sharp trading plays from Costi. So lots of content here, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. All right, that's going to do it for today. Let's get the show picks tonight. Blake likes the Twins game under. Ramon likes the A's Angels under there with Wayne. Ron Crawford, Washington tonight. Nationals. Let's hope that bullpen doesn't choke like they did yesterday. Let's see what else we got. Oakland money line here from Blake. Rays money line again here. Let's see here what else we got. Ramon likes Astros game over 8 as well. Blake Braves half run line first 5 innings for Blake. Also took the Reds first 5, laying the half run there. Run line first 5 from Blake. And what else we have here? A Tuve home run plus 425 from the Hot Rod. Tigers money line from Ron Elston. Elston also on the Yankees money line, Guardians money line. Let's see here. David Kleiner over 164.5. WNBA. The Hot Rod, Ryan McMahon home run plus 600. Of course, Rod's also on the over in the WNBA. Lynx plus 4.5, David Kleiner. Clyde Drexler has a UFC 303 pick. Alex Pereira and wait a minute, did not give a pick. He's just announcing the fight. Maybe our man Mills will have it for you on Thursday. Let's see what else we have here. This will be your last call, guys. Get in your show pick, and we'll read it off here. We told you Mr. Moneybags was on Blue Jays reverse run line tonight. Let's go in contrarian here. All right, I think we got them all in, guys. That's the last call. We got them all in. All right, that'll do it, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. Let's bring in our crew from tonight.